Hi, welcome back. We're going to give you a review on Family and Fiance, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's late, y'all. It's like 9 o'clock and he ready to go to bed. All right, y'all keep watching. Welcome to our channel. My name is Courtney and this is my husband.
E-Dub.
Eddie is his name.
E-Dub.
Eddie is his name. Nickname E-Dub, nickname Coco. But I asked you what your name is, and your name is Eddie because that's what your mama said or the birth certificate at the hospital.
I actually look at the birth certificate, just say E-Dub.
Lies. Let me tell you what this channel is all about. This channel is about us, just Courtney and Eddie, just stuff that we do. Right now we're doing reviews. Sometimes we do relationships, sometimes we talk about what's in the media, sometimes we talk about stuff, and sometimes we have vlogs. So that's what this channel is about. This channel is about us, and we always try to bring a little positivity on this channel. So that's it. All right, so let's get into this review. Did you watch Family and Fiance? Came on tonight, which is Saturday night. And we're going to hurry and get finished with this review because my husband is ready to get in bed because y'all know he go to bed at 8:30.
9 o'clock. I'm sleepy. I need to be in bed.
Ooh, yeah. And he get up late. So it ain't like he get up at the crack of dawn. All right, you guys. So if you watch the show tonight, then you know the couple on there is Jasmine and Reggie. Sometimes I may say Jazz because my daughter-in-law is named Jasmine. So I may say Jazz for short, y'all. So this couple, Jasmine and Reggie, have been together off and on for 7 years. They met while they were in college, and Jasmine ended up moving to Atlanta. And they, within that time frame, they ended up having a long distance relationship. And Reggie is, I think Reggie moved to Atlanta to be with Jasmine, but they've only been in each other's presence, so to speak, in the same city for like a month. So they're trying to work things out. Now, what I did like about this review is, or this, this show tonight was that this couple didn't have a lot of issues. They had parenting issues or you know, father and mother issues, but they really and truly didn't have a lot of drama with family and stuff. So, you know, I found this to be a nice, sobering, made me cry type of episode on tonight. So, you know, as you know, Reggie is a minister, and so Jasmine will be somebody's first lady of the church. So that's a big responsibility in itself. So definitely they need to squash out all their issues or family issues and stuff like that, because it's going to be enough trying to deal with church folk. Okay. All right. So it goes in and was talking about he was late, y'all. He came down there a little bit late, so that's why he quiet on this part. So it goes in and it's going to introduce the people that her family, Jasmine's family, which is her mom, her stepdad, her friend, and also on Reggie's side, it's going to talk about his family's coming, his mom, his dad, and his godbrother. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. They sit down, and of course, they're, you know, the family comes to the house and everything, and they look around the house, and, you know, some people are a little nervous of meeting, you know, or being in close quarters proximity with, you know, each other's family. So they sit down and they want to know everybody's concerns as far as the family. So, let's go with Reggie's family. Reggie's family, his mom is saying that basically she wants Reggie's dad and him to have a better connection together. So she wants them to be more connected. I don't think it was about, you know, them getting married. It's just about their relationship. And the dad is, Reggie's dad was, you know, he was in prison and everything. And so he was really concerned about them having just understanding the value of marriage and everything.
Yeah.
And the godbrother on Reggie's part, everybody wants Reggie and his dad to connect. So, but on Reggie's part, the godbrother wants Reggie and Jasmine mom to have a better understanding and get along better and, you know, be real cohesive. So that was the part on that part. Now I'm gonna let my husband get ready to say some stuff in a minute, but on Jasmine, because he's sitting like quiet mouse could do by himself. Okay, so now Jasmine. Oh, you gonna keep it out?
No.
Go on, let the people see that bald head. That bald head. I love that bald head. All right, see how you done took that? This supposed to be talking about the family and the fiance. You done look like a drunk man. Fix your hat. So Jasmine family, they sit down, and so her mom and Jasmine mom and her don't have like a real close relationship. They got some issues with between each other, and we'll talk about that a little later on in the show. So Jasmine mom sits down and she says that she wants Jasmine mother wants to have a closer relationship with Reggie. So that's her goal. She wants to get to know Reggie. She wants to understand him better. So the friend is saying that Reggie was used to living a single life or not being in a close proximity with Jasmine. So she wants to know if he can be able to handle, living, in close proximity with her, because they've been living this long distance relationship. And so the stepfather just wants them to understand the value of marriage and just pretty much respect marriage and kind of know what it's all about. So now let's get into it. So they have the questions where they have to pop the balloons. So they, of course, separate the families and everything. So you got Reggie's side of the family, you got Jasmine's side of the family. So Reggie's going to go with Jaz's family, and Jasmine's going to go with Reggie's side of the family. So when we go with Reggie and going with Jasmine's side of the family, they go outside and they have these games, and so they have to ask Reggie some questions. And so they put their questions in the balloons, and the balloons pop. They have to, target and throw them, and they pop. So Reggie got the question, and one of the questions was, why do why do Jasmine moms still talk to Jasmine's ex-boyfriends and stuff? So, I think that that's odd in itself. If my child, and I do have children, sons, right? So, and I do know some of their ex-girlfriends, but I'm not gonna talk to any of them on the phone and be conversing with them, and especially if the new mate or the new girlfriend is right there in front of us. I don't think I'm gonna do something. I think that's very disrespectful. What do you think?
Yeah, but I know some people still talk to the ex. Got somebody that I work with, they still talk to the ex. To me, I wouldn't do it. It makes an awkward situation. But you gotta look at her side too. She said, that's between y'all. Me and the ex, we still cool. Because you broke up the ex don't mean I had to break up the ex. But that's her, that's her mindset. Me personally, I couldn't do it. I think it's, once you get past that chapter of your child's life or, whatever, that chapter need to be completely closed. Especially
if they want to get married.
Yeah, because what's happening is, to me, you still allowing the ex to have a window into his ex life, So the mom still talking to the ex, he gonna still know what's going on with the daughter.
It just puts the current
the current person
in a bad situation.
He's got to be defensive, and he got to stay on guard, because in his mind, he said, maybe the mom wants her to be with him instead of with me.
And he feel like that. He feel like that she's comparing and sizing them up and stuff like that.
Because let's keep it real. Some parents do have some people chosen for their favorite. Yeah, they favorite for their child. So that parent still talking to the ex. That current person gonna say, okay, maybe she'd rather have that person with their child than me. So it makes an awkward situation, complicated situation, and the present person, to me that's an uphill battle, man. Because the parent's not gonna be able to open up to the current person, because she's still tied to the ex.
And if they had issues, then she may feel like they're gonna go back and tell the ex stuff that's going on. Well, you can shoot your shot. You got your chance, because you know they having issues right now.
And the current boyfriend and the mom getting to it. She should have been with such and such person anyway.
Yeah, that's just
So that, to me, that's a bad situation. But yeah, that was the main gripe with Reggie and his new mom-in-law.
Yeah, Miss Joy. And so they talked about it, and Reggie expressed his feelings about it, and Miss Joy, she is a bucket of tears. I don't know if this was editing or what, but Miss Joy was like, and she cried off because they was on the, I guess, the court, the basketball or something like that.
I think she cried like 6 times.
And she walked away, like, and Reggie looking like here we go again. Like, okay, this all we got. Like, can we do something else?
No, Reggie? Reggie.
He was looking blank faced. Yeah. So, like, when you see somebody cry, you're like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe. But they look like, we used to this. Okay, she'll be back. But so that was one. So they also talked about Jasmine, because of course they want Jasmine to have a better relationship with her mom, and that's the one that's crying, Miss Joy. And then the stepdad also wants Jasmine, and everybody wants Jazz and her mom to have a better relationship. A lot of people can see it's not even about, it ain't about Reggie for real. It's about Jasmine and her mama having a better relationship.
It wasn't about Reggie or Jazz, basically, because even Reggie's mom said her main concern was Reggie and his dad get back together.
Yeah.
Reggie and Jazz was secondary compared, when it came to her, So yeah, her main concern was like, I want you and your dad to have a better relationship. Well, she don't even worry about Jazz.
Yeah, so I guess for themselves, I guess they pretty much got it. I guess their relationship is pretty good. Then they go into where now Jazz is spending time with Reggie's family, and they're cooking and everything. And so just to give you a little backstory, Reggie's dad, which is Mr. Terry, he was in prison a lot of Reggie's life, so he was in and out. So of course Reggie was not able to build a relationship with his father, and his father just don't seem to get that. He feels like, I've been in his life, we good. He still don't understand that.
The reason why he don't understand, because Mr. Terry dad basically did him the same way. Mr. Terry said he didn't know his dad till a teenager or something like that. Mm-hmm. So that stuff just trickles down generation to generation. That's why Reggie wanted to make amends with his dad, so that generation curse could stop right there.
Right.
But yeah, Mr. Terry, he thought him and Reggie was cool. He said, man, you had a house, you had a roof over your head, you had clothes, you had food to eat. I'm thinking you good. He said, I'm thinking you good. So, but little do you know, Reggie, still kind of disappointed him. So they had some closure, and they hugged it out, and
well, fast forward to the end. My goodness. Okay, spoiler alert. Can I finish? All right, I'm trying to give y'all a play-by-play, but he done already go.
I'll give y'all. She go play-by-play. I go cliff notes. Well, go ahead.
All right. So now y'all know how that ended. All right, so we go on down, and of course, like I said, they're at dinner. They're cooking and stuff like that. And so also in there, they want to, Jazz and her mom, she feels like that she has to be perfect for her mom, Miss Joy. She feels like that Miss Joy wants her to be perfect. She feels like, of course they grew up in church and everything, and she feels like, I got to be that perfect church girl. But their relationship still needs some healing and some working on. So now we go to day 2, and they are talking to the counselor and everything, and they're talking about Mr. Terry and Reggie's relationship, and they're talking about Jazz and Miss Joy's relationship. So that's basically what this show was about, just the parents' relationship. Jazz is dealing with rejection because she was adopted when she was little, so she's feeling like she has to always be perfect for her adopted mom because she feels like, you know, if I'm not perfect, then she won't love me or she won't like me or, you know, she want to get rid of me. It's just some psychological things when you have been adopted and you dealing with rejection and abandonment. So you have all these wars on the inside trying to fulfill something that probably truly is not even, you know, it's not even an issue. Miss Joy is having a breakdown. So while they're doing this counseling and everything, Miss Joy is having a breakdown. So the counselor having to leave and she going to see about Miss Joy because she is crying and everything. She just told the family, just be quiet, just be quiet. And she feels like that she is not a good mom because she understands what Joy is saying and everything, and she feels like she's just not a good mom.
It seemed like everybody on that show was having a pity party. Everybody was feeling sorry for themselves, man.
Whoa,
yeah, Miss George and Jazz crying and Mr. Terry crying and you crying. Oh, good gracious, man.
Pity party. But anyway, so Miss Joy was breaking down feeling like that she has not been a good mom to Jazz. And that's not the case at all. And so the counselor was trying to let her know that that's not the case and you can hardly understand her and I feel sorry for her and everything. And I was like, you know, when you adopt a child, you want to make sure that you are being a parent, period, you want to make sure that you're the best parent, right? And sometimes you're going to disappoint your children, or they may not like some of your parenting skills, but it doesn't mean that you're a poor parent. And she just felt like, you know, this was the only child that she had, and she adopted this child, and she wanted to be the perfect parent, so to speak, I guess you can say. And that's not the case at all.
Now, how can you be the perfect parent? You know, you putting your unwanted pressure on yourself trying to do that. Just be the best parent you can be. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna fall short. Yeah. And you know, just roll with it. You learn from your mistakes.
So let's go on to the next one where it is talking about. So the counselor feels like Joy and her mom need some counseling.
Therapy.
Counseling, therapy, saying everything. So Miss Thea, I think that was her name.
Miss Thea.
She came in and she pretty much talked to him and everything.
Haircut. What? She had a bomb haircut. I like that hairstyle she had.
And so, so she was just talking to both ladies and everything, and it comes to find out that both ladies have this issue where they're just hard on themselves. They operate, I guess, in a spirit of perfectionist. And so one is trying to be a perfect mom and one is trying to be a perfect daughter, and there is no such. And in that, they are just pretty much, you know, destroying themselves inwardly because Jazz feels like that she is trying her best to be a perfect daughter, to be able to meet her mother's needs and please her and be, you know, make her mom proud, and she's struggling with that. So she said she wakes up every day to try to always outbeat herself because by her being adopted, she knew where she came from, and she's always just trying to one up and just be more than where she came from. And so they sit down and talk about that, and Miss Joy was saying, you know, that she feels like, you know, she hadn't been a good mom because of these issues. Basically, what they sat down and discussed and said, you know, Joy said that, you know, you have been the bomb mom. Like, you're an amazing mom, and I appreciate you for everything that you've done. Miss Joy said, I'm so proud of you, Jazz. You made it. And that right there made both of them cry, and it made me cry too, because Jazz was like, you know, I made it. I've been waiting for so long to hear my mom say that I made it. Like, I can just breathe now. I can take all of the weight off of me because she's proud of me. She actually see that my life it turned out pretty good. So she was like, you know, you're marrying a man that God sent for you, and I'm just proud of you. So, you know, I thought that was a moment, even though you was cracking and laughing because you was saying that I was crying. So,
all right, that's our version of it. My version is this: both of them had issues with one another. They had issues with themselves. They were hard on themselves. Therapists came to talk to them. They made up. They both cried. Things are getting better. That's it. Cliff Note version.
All right, so now we're gonna move into Reggie and his father. So they're out walking and everything, and Again, you know, their relationship wasn't that great too because Reggie felt like his dad Mr. Terry should have been there for him.
Can I do this?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
What happened was, gotta get like all country for y'all. What happened was, they was in the country, which they was in the country, in the trees and stuff. He was talking, and Reggie said, "Man, you weren't there for me." And he said, "I thought I was." Mr. Terry said, "I thought I was there." Then Reggie said, "No, you wasn't. You was locked up, and I had to do all this stuff by myself." He said, then Mr. Terry said, "Well, I thought things were okay since you had a roof over your head and clothes on your back and everything." And Reggie said, "That wasn't good enough." And Mr. Terry said, "Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to be a better dad. Will you forgive me?" And Reggie said, "Yeah, I forgive you." They hugged, they cried, and walked away. The end.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. So, you know, he going to tell you his hood version. Because he got to shake his head to everybody.
Yeah, man, I got to get in character, man. All that going to do, you know, I just said, man. Shoot, man. Shoot.
Okay, so then, of course, they go back to the relationship expert, and she pretty much asked them how were things, and they give them a recap on, you know, the breakthrough that they had with their parents, and that's pretty much it. So, of course, they go to the blessing ceremony, and they want to know, you know, will everybody bless them, you know, give a blessing upon their marriage ceremony, you know, in the future when they get married, and pretty much everybody did. Everybody said yes. Mr. Terry was the only one that cried because, you know, he was really proud of his son and everything.
I was hoping. I was holding out. Hoping somebody said, "No, you don't get my blessing." But no, they disappointed
No,
me.
you got to watch some other episodes.
They disappointed me. And she was just smiling when they was doing that.
I was doing it.
She had a little notepad like this, y'all. And you watch him smiling. Then when they got through, she said,
I like happy endings. Like, I like it.
Ooh, it ain't that deep for me, baby. It ain't that deep for me. But smiling, cheesing. I'm like, well, ooh, all right.
And
then.
what you were doing?
On my phone. Stroll. Oh, that's too much.
What you were doing when you first got down there? Ate your ice cream sandwich. Came down and
You better not.
in that ice cream sandwich. It's like all I can hear in his head in the song playing. I'm living my best life. I ain't going back up over with you. I'm living my best life.
I had to have an ice cream sandwich, man. God almighty. What's wrong with that?
All right, so to end this, when they were talking, the mom said, Miss Joy said that yes, she is now releasing her daughter. She's releasing the child and embracing the woman. So that was, you know, I thought that this was great. They said that they're supposed to get married in 2020, sometime early part of 2020. Yeah. So, you know, hopefully they'll be married in a couple of months, or if they're not married now. So I thought this show was nice. You know, if you guys want us to do Family and Fiance, just let us know. We have some other things that we have coming up, movies and reactions and stuff like that or whatever. And we're going to get back to our couples thing because, you know, of course we're couples, but, you know, sometimes we're a couple. Mm-hmm. All right.
Couples.
All right. Okay. All right. Get it.
All the couples right here.
It's just us, child. Hush. All right. So on that note, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Don't forget, if you like this video, hit the like button on it. And if you like what you see and you like our content, please think about subscribing. If it's gray, you're in. If it's red, you're not. Pretty much. Hit that subscribe button. And drop down in them comments and tell us what you think. And tell us what shows you want to review. Well, actually,
Good.
Oh, he's just picking up the notebook. You know it's not over.
No, go ahead.
Keep your head up.
Okay.
All right. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. You got anything else, babe?
Let me see. No. No.
All right, you guys. We'll see you on the next video. Deuces.